What's going on, everybody? It is the Kingmaster 84 coming at you guys today with some Destiny gameplay. These are everybody's Crucible Destiny guys warming up for next House of Banner and or Trials of Osiris, whichever one happens to occur first for me. We are at a 317 light level, so we're not where we need to be yet, but we definitely are on the way. We'll get there. I'm not terribly concerned by it, but it's something that will take time. It won't be overnight. We are making progress on that. But the main point of today's guys video is we are here to rebuttal with Mr. Vigoro about why patches or why certain elements within patches take so long to come out sometimes. Because there are patches that come out where we as players look at them and go, well, about for a good time. There are other patches that might come out a little bit faster where people are like, how did that come out so fast? I mean, so it's, and I come from a little bit different background than Vigoro. I actually went to school for this stuff, so I have a little bit more working man's knowledge of it than he does. I mean, he's definitely, I can see where he's coming from. I'm not trying to say that he's wrong by any means. I think both of our points in this situation are very, 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 very valid. But the reason items usually get left off in patches is because people that are making the game don't see the need, or it's something that's realized later on down the road. That you do need that. Like an example of For Honor that we're using today, a lot of people don't understand why it may be that you had to wait so long on getting a networking patch, basically. And the reason behind it could be as simple as the fact that they did not anticipate the number of players that were going to be playing the game. Granted, maybe they should have. But even like Pokemon Go, which is probably the other latest culprit in figuring this kind of stuff out. Wow. Alright. They also had issues with it as well. So, I mean, it's not something that's, wow, their whole team's back there. It's not something that's solely churned over to console games or other things like that. It literally can be anything as far as why it's happening. And sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's for the worst. People when they read patch notes and they see stuff that seems very easier, like, well, why wasn't this done sooner? But we don't know how the infrastructure is, but we don't know what kind of code they had to write to make it work now. Wow. It's like, in the case of the Big Roby we were talking about earlier, in the For Honor patch notes, it literally sounds like all they had to do was turn a couple knobs and do a few things, and the problem was fixed. I highly doubt that. I've never seen a networking problem fixed by turning a few buttons and turning a few knobs. That doesn't happen. It's not the way it works. I could be wrong, but unfortunately in this situation I am pretty sure I'm right in the fact that they probably had to do some major overhaul to their network infrastructure, which does take time. I mean, that's not an easy that's not an easy thing to fix, especially depending on how well you coded it the first time. It's going to sound backwards, but code that is written better is more difficult to fix later on, just because it is better code. You don't have as many mistakes in the code, or if there's not very good notes, someone left the project. There's a lot of different reasons why code can be hard to backwards engineer or change after the fact. So that could be one potential reason why the networking is the way it is. Another could be is demand. They did not anticipate the demand for the game, which would be kind of ironic, but totally plausible, totally could have happened. It would be sad if that is what happened, but it is possible. This is all stuff because we're not. At least I'm not. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm not in the Ubisoft meetings talking about these patch notes. So, yeah, and that's the flip side to it. Is this could have been part of their strategy the whole time, for all we know. They could have been like, well, let's have a slow rollout. Let's see how people react. It's a million different things that can be a part of this decision. I think it's a good thing, though. I mean, they're kind of seeing what players want them to focus on. Right now, it's obviously their network infrastructure is lacking, I guess would be a good enough term for it. Non-existent would be my phrase for it, but yeah, so that could be something that they were doing. They wanted to see how people would react to certain ways of doing things, and now they know what their player base is looking for, so now it'll be easier for them to focus more of their efforts as we go forth. Could I be completely losing my mind on that? Yeah, but we'll see. I think there's definite possibilities for it, and I think that with where they're going, everything is possible. So I think we're definitely heading in the right direction on their front. I think that we should be expecting big, good things from them coming up. But it's hard to say where they're going to be going. I do think the longer things are in development, the better it'll be later on, because it will decrease the chance of them having to go back and fix it later. That could have been another reason why they waited, because some of the code could have been stuff that was connected to other pieces of other code. I mean, that's something I'll see quite often is one piece of code dedicated to a couple of things, and that can really make or break how everything works within the game. Because the last thing you want to do is release an update and then have to backtrack the entire update because there was a catastrophic bug you didn't realize was going to happen, or something of that nature. Those are never good, and that's a real way to not to win over your audience. Because they'll be like, well, obviously the update wasn't ready, so why'd you guys release it? So then you're by trying to fix one problem, you create another for yourself, which you never want to do. So, and that could be the reason they waited there. Kept on coming back with a catastrophic bug, which is a big deal. It's hard to say. I mean, there's a lot of reasons they could be doing what they're doing. I personally feel like with the way they've been handling, I think it's a combination of things. I think that they don't want to come out with a patch too early and then have to do it again later. I feel like maybe they don't want to feel like they rush to the patch, which is a definite possibility. That is a definite possibility. Because they do have. I mean, this is the end of the season, so what they could be looking at is, okay, guys, we've got this big patch. We also have the DLC that needs to be coming out relatively soon. So how are we going to accomplish all of these tasks? Before they have to get done. And so I think that might be something that's also coming into play here. Is they're looking ahead towards the future, like, okay, guys, well, we got to make all this work. Do we want to release all at one time and hope for the best, or do we want to release it, basically in phases? And I think the way they are deciding to do it is they're going to be releasing it in small chunks instead of one large chunk, more like a League of Legends would. League of Legends does huge updates all the time. They don't do incremental updates; they do large patches. So that'd be my best example for everybody who doesn't quite have the tech behind them. Is when you're talking about patches, the bigger the patches are, the more chance you have for something to go wrong. And so that's why you see, like, League of Legends, they actually just had to backtrack their entire last patch, which was huge. They had to backtrack like probably 70% of the last patch. So it's definitely something you have to be mindful of. And I think that's the reason why you see some of these companies wait, is because, like For Honor, for example, so when they release a patch, they can release it to the PC anytime they want. But the minute they want to put it on the PS4 or Xbox, they have to send it to PlayStation, they have to send it to Xbox. Xbox has to look at it, give it their stamp of approval, which usually takes about a week. That's why you've been seeing the updates come out, and then about a week later they come out. They come up with a what's what I'm looking for? I lost my train of thought. And then about a week later they come out on those, just because Xbox has to make sure that whatever's coming out is good for the game on their end. Because they have people, they're going to have to answer to it, because people are going to come to them and be like, well, why did you guys let this patch out the door? You guys know it wasn't working. How come you guys let the patch go through? Or maybe the networking code that they put in interferes with the Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. So that's why some of these things take a long time. Now, granted, we could be more transparent. A lot of companies are not very transparent. Usually, you don't hear about a big networking news like patch on. So it'll be like, oh, we fixed some networking things server side. Done. No one's like, oh. One's like, okay, sounds good. No, because no one cares. But any game that's been plagued with networking issues, I think I did maybe expand on it a little bit. Even if people fully don't understand exactly what you're saying, they'll appreciate the fact that you're being candid about it. But no, I think usually when a DLC or a game or a patch is delayed, it's usually for a good reason. There's usually never like a nefarious, like, haha, if we wait 2 more months, we'll make even more money. I don't think that's what's going on here. I think it's just, they're realizing that, hey, this isn't quite ready, or maybe they didn't anticipate some of the needs their game was going to have, things like that. Or, so I think that's what's going on here. I don't think it's anything else besides that. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys think waiting for a patch is good, or if you guys wish it was done a little bit faster. Also, this is a new series Big Bro and I are doing. If you guys haven't gone and checked out his video, make sure you go and click on that video now. It will be popping up here any minute. I will make sure it gets popped up so you guys can see it right about now-ish. So that way you guys can see it and go watch it and we'll see what his opinion is. And if you dig down on Big Bro's video, let me know what you guys think of this series. Depending on how it goes, we will be if they're continuing to do it or maybe stopping it. We're not quite sure yet. So let us know what you guys think down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you guys have any other news, tidbits, or knowledge you want to drop on us, let us know down in the comments as well. And also make sure tomorrow you guys should get another video from us. I think Big Rose might have something, or not. It would be me again. So let me know what you guys think down below. And as always, guys, remember, hit that likes and subscribes. It really helps the channel, helps us grow. So make sure you guys are helping us out there. Also, make sure you guys are hitting that little alarm bell button. It lets you know when we post new content. Like today, you guys probably would not have guessed that we were going to have 2 videos when you guys woke up this morning. But if you did, then you're smart. You pressed the button like I told you to. So you guys already knew about it. That's right. Smart. Smarty parties. Anyways, yeah, make sure you guys click on all the links. It definitely helps us out. Let's just know that you guys are liking the content we are giving you. Also, make sure that you guys are subscribing. It greatly helps us out. Makes us feel, like we're, you guys like what we're doing. So, if you guys have anything else, let us know. And until next time, guys, this is KeyMaster84. And as always, we play games to make games. Haters gonna hate. We'll see you warriors on the battlefield. Talk to you next time.